Here we go, we're on air right now. So we're going to be talking about lesson 1 is Introduction to Numbers. I had mentioned that our goal is for us to use a scientific calculator to determine the value of the expression or string of numbers and operations. So looking over here, it says here, we deal with numbers all the time in our daily lives, and we are absolutely, yeah, that's true. We deal with numbers all the time. So we use decimal numbers when we deal with money, certainly. I see some people have coffee, so you've already used some money to purchase some stuff. Fractions when we cook or measure, and negative numbers when we talk about temperature. So all many jobs require special knowledge of different types of numbers and special calculations of formula. And we will definitely do those throughout this course and on to the grade 12 course. So I have a calculator here. This is the calculator that I'm going to be using, and certainly your calculator should have pretty much the same buttons in here, scientific calculator. So you need a scientific calculator for this course. If you don't have one, I have one extra. So if you just you need to borrow one for today. And so, like I said, I have one, or maybe two if you want to use a graphing calculator. So feel free to grab one and make sure you return it at the end of the class today. So we're going to practice entering some of these basic calculations on our calculator. So it says here, use a calculator to evaluate. Okay, now you see the word evaluate, and you would probably see, can you see the word evaluate? The root word is value. What is that particular string of numbers worth? That's what value is. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use this orders of operation. Who's heard of the word orders of operation? Some people, right? Few people have heard of orders of operation. So orders of operation. The word order, well, what does the word order mean? Yeah, so it has like something that needs to be done first. So you got to put it in order. Some stuff that has to be calculated first, and then second and third up to the last part, and then operations. What's an operation? Add together, subtract, and all that stuff, right? So orders of operation. Well, let's put that down in here. So we're gonna follow orders of operations. Okay, now luckily we have an acronym for this, an acronym so that we remember the specific order, right? The acronym is something that we can use to kind of memorize things, and this is what that BEDMAS. I'm sure somebody from here, maybe a few people from this class, knows what the B stands for. What's that? Brackets. So the brackets, well, what's a bracket? Now, what's a bracket? So bracket, I'm just going to put it on the side here. B means brackets. So you'll probably use brackets like that, right? Sometimes you see a square bracket, right? So when you see a bracket, what we need to do is work whatever's inside the bracket first. Okay, whatever's inside the brackets, work it out first. Okay, I know somebody in here knows what the E stands for. Exponents Okay. Exponents. So, yeah, absolutely. Exponents. Exponents is when you see something squared or square root or cube, right? So, we'll take a look at the examples later. So either like square or square root or cube, right? Square, square root. Can you read what I'm writing here?
Yeah.
Yeah? At the people at the back. You're okay still? And then this is cube 3. Okay? We'll talk about that later on a little bit more in detail when we get to the examples. Okay, so we've talked about the B, which is brackets, E for exponents, the D. D means division. And division could be symbol like that. That's a division sign. Could be the slash, just like the fraction. And then it could be like a line this way. And then there's like a number on top and there's a number at bottom. So when I write it like that, it looks like a subtraction. Okay? So I'll just put 4, 2. So this is a division right there. Okay? Now, M. Multiplication. Yeah, multiplication. So what symbol do we normally use for multiplication or shows multiplication? The X, yeah. Anything else?
Division.
Symbol or what what symbol do we use to show or indicate a multiplication?
Plus.
It could be X to show multiplication. It could be the dot, right? Oh yeah, y to the x would be the exponents. Yeah, we can expand the exponents to repeated multiplication, certainly. Sometimes we use brackets to multiplication. Okay, so we're dealing with this right now so that when we see it, we know what that looks like. So it could be an X for multiplication, it could be just the dot, or it could be the brackets show multiplication. Okay, so we have brackets, exponents, division, multiplication. We are down to two more. A would be addition, yep. And the symbol that we use is plus. And then lastly, subtraction. Okay. Now, these are the things that we have. These two, division and multiplication, could be done from left to right. If that's all there is, we're going to do left to right. And then addition and subtraction, if that's all there is, we're going to do left to right as well. Okay. So far, what have we done? We said that we can evaluate, means to find the value of those string of numbers, string of operations. And to do that, we have to follow a specific order, which is called BEDMAS, orders of operations. So we'll take a look at this one. What do you think this is? What operation is in?
2 bracket 3.
Yeah, 2 bracket 3 means
Equals.
multiply, which is, yeah, 6, certainly. So you could, on your calculator, because we already know that, hey, brackets means multiplication. So we can put 2 times 3. So we can go 2 brackets 3. If your calculator can read that. Right there, it's going to give us equals 6. Or we can go 2 times 3, 6.
multiplication.
Yes, because the brackets means multiplication. Yeah, so this is 2 times 3, which is 6. Let's write that down. Now, what about this one? 2 and then the slash 4. What operation is that? Dividing, division. Okay, and what's the answer for this? 3.
4 divided 4.
Is 3. Excellent. So far, so good? Now, this one here, 6, and then do you see the 2? Slightly higher up and slightly smaller. It actually is an indication that is a squared or y squared. Okay, let me just see actually. Okay, 16 squared. Let me tell you before I move on to the next example, is that what's 16 squared? What does an exponent really do? It's 16 times 2? 16 times 16. 16 squared means 16 times 16. So, if you see squared, this means it's repeatedly multiplied, which really means 16 times 16. And I gotta use my calculator here. It's gonna be big, something big, right? I can use my square button, which is right there. Yeah, can you see that? It's 256. So far, so good? Yeah?
I'm done with
How are you doing? 256 is okay? Yeah? And nobody tried to ask questions. I know it's only the second day.
no shy.
No shy. No shy. Ask your question before you leave the building, before you
Shy.
leave class. Now, here. What would this be? 8, and then there's a little tiny 5 just above. What does that mean? It's 8
Square root,
to the, square root is the,
x, y. I mean, y, x.
y to the x, yeah. Hopefully this is whiteboard here. Done it before, and it's a permanent marker. Okay, 8 to the 5. Yeah, this is an exponent. Now, our calculator, if your calculator is pretty much the same thing as mine, our calculators don't have to the exponent 5. It might have exponent 2, it might have exponent 3, but anything beyond 2 and 3, there's nothing. There's no specific button. And
Sean.
Sean, I know your name. I don't know if you're comfortable me saying the name on the video. So 8 to the 5. So you're going to use this button. Can you locate this button? X to the y or y to the x? Does your calculator have that? Okay, so the first thing you're going to type in is you're going to type in 8 and then the x to the y button and to the 5. Okay? And then press whatever, enter or equals.
32.768.
Okay, I know it's going to be a big number. What is it?
32.768.
32.768. Okay, so 8. Just gonna show it 8, and then mine is y to the x, actually, not x to the y. So that's this one. Okay. Now you'll see this. My calculator can't display the little number 5, but this caret means exponent 5. Okay? So 32,768. So 32,768. Now, that's a shortcut, right? 8 to the exponent 5.
Some of the calculators have different.
Oh,
different-
yeah,
some
yeah.
has the kind of.
Yes,
and
yes.
This one also that is good.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Can I borrow some calculators, please? Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Brought to my attention that some people have different things. Absolutely. Okay. Thank you. This is a fancy calculator. So let's start with this one. It doesn't have x to the y or y to the x, but in this case, it has this button.
I should just go 8 times 8 times 8.
Ah, yeah, you could do that. Yeah, you can go 8 and then the button. Can you see this? Now we gotta enter, your calculator is waiting for us to enter some exponent there. So 5. And if you want, close brackets. And then I will do what you asked. So 8 to the 5th. Okay? So you see the symbol here? And you've seen that also on my calculator. 8 to the 5. That one is called the caret symbol. So it's like an upside down V, shows exponent. 8 to the 5th. Okay? So that to this, like that, same number. And then, now if you're using something like this, which don't go buying things like this, okay? Because I checked, you don't need this. So 8, and then it says here, you see the caret, the upside down V, so you press that one, and then the 5. Okay? So everyone has different things, different calculators. So it's a good thing to just use the same calculator, and you have your own calculator so that you get used to it. Okay, you get used to it. Even the location, you're not going to know where's that square again. Because different calculators are in different places here. Okay. Yeah, this is reverse. 8, yeah. This one. And 5. Oh, yeah, I think ours is the same, right? Yeah, it's the same. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for pointing that out, and thank you for saying something. Okay. Anything else in here? Oh, before I move on, Ben had mentioned, is it okay if we just go like this, which really means 8 times 8. How many times, Ben?
It was 5 times.
5 times.
64 times 8 equals 200 something.
Yes, exactly, right? You could go 8 times 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. How many times? 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 8s multiplied together. Okay, awesome. Okay, next one. And again, you're going to get to the right answer there. Letter E. What is that symbol? This one is square root of 144. Square root of 144. So let's do square root of 144. What is that equal to? 12. Okay, so I'm going to go square root of 144 equals 12. Did everybody get 12? Yeah, okay, good. Next one. For this one is a little bit different, and I'm gonna show you 2 things that we have to do first. Like 2 things we have to do first. The first thing is we're gonna try to figure out the top number. Figure out the top number. What's 15 plus 6? 21. So that's the first one. Divided by. Now the next one that we're gonna do is work out the denominator, the bottom number, which is 7 minus 4 is 3. Now that you've worked out the numerator and the denominator, what's the next step? Yeah, it's 21 divided by 3. So 21, I'm just going to write it at the bottom. 21 divided by 3 is 7. So let's make a little note here, a bubble note. Work out the numerator and denominator first, then divide. Okay. So here we're gonna work out the top number, which is called the numerator, and then we're gonna work out the bottom number, which is called the denominator. And once you have that down into 21 divided by 3, yeah, you work that part out. How's that one? Okay, so far so good. So now we're pretty much an expert on things. We're gonna do a calculator practice. So here on the second page. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3 first, and then we'll work it out. We can talk about it, make sure we're in the right place. We're getting the same number, so do questions 1, 2, and 3 first. calculator, it's also following the orders of operation. Which one do you think? Oops, sorry. Which one do you think is the first one that the calculator is going to calculate?
First number.
Okay, because what operation do we have? We got multiplication, addition, subtractions. So, in this particular case, we don't see it, but the calculator is actually doing the multiplication first. I'm going to write this out here. Okay, I see multiplication, I see addition and subtraction. So your calculator is working out 47 times 3. 47 times 3. And once that's worked out, what's 47 times 3? 120, so 141. Right? 141. So 141. So that's that part. And then what's next? Addition. So 141 plus 4. What's 141 plus 4? 145. And then the next calculation that your calculator is doing is the subtraction. So 145 minus 2. 143. Did everybody get 143 as their final answer? Yes? Okay. So your calculator is doing the operation according to the BEDMAS, orders of operation as well. Okay. Now, over here, number 2. Okay. I'm trying to do this without a calculator. Okay. Which operation do you see? I'm going to write down BEDMAS here. What do you see in here? Yeah, we see brackets, correct? We see addition within the brackets, yeah. What else do we see?
Division.
The X is the multiplication and subtraction. Okay, so from this, which one do we work first? Brackets. Okay, so brackets. Your calculator is working this out first. Well, what's 6 plus 15? 6 plus 15 is 21. And then leaving those others, okay? So they work this out first. Well, that kind of takes the addition calculation in it. Okay. What's next? Multiplication. So your calculator is now working on this one. What's 21 times 12? 252. Okay. So 252. And then the last operation that your calculator is doing is subtraction, minus 9. And what's 252 minus 9? 243. And did everybody get 243? Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, awesome. Okay, now let's take a look at number 3. Oh, everybody got 243? Yes. Yeah, okay. Next one. Which operation do you see in here? I'm going to put BEDMAS all the time. What operation do we see?
Brackets.
We see brackets. What else? Multiplication, yes.
Division.
And division. Okay. Which one would your calculator do first? Brackets, right? So it's going to work out this number here. It's 3 times 4. Well, what's 3 times 4? 12. Okay, so I'm going to put 12 in here. And then I haven't done the dividing it by 2. So the brackets really perform the multiplication, right? And then, what's the next operation? 12 divided by 2 is 6. Did everybody get 6 as their final answer? Okay? Good. Okay. Now, go ahead and try. Oh, this is kind of wacky.
We went straight.
Yeah, I know. This is 1, 2, 3, and I was like 7. Okay. Do you want to just go straight down? Okay, go straight down. Just type it into your calculator, and I'll explain how the calculator is doing those math.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 7.
Yeah, we're gonna go down. Yeah, because it's kind of wacky, right? 1, 2, 3, and then what's 7? Yeah, let's go down. Yeah, that's why. That's why I was wondering. Oh, you did this piece?
No, like if you look at it, and it's one screen, that's right now.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
And the bottom half is different.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Instead of sliding down.
Yeah, that's it on the.
Okay, I'm gonna write down the answer in here. So you okay with those numbers? Yeah.
This is something, the first bracket known as the open bracket.
Yes. And then others close brackets. So you're okay with 98, 3,088, 888, and 17? Take a look at number 7. What operations are in there? Brackets. I'm gonna come back in here. I see. You see brackets, okay? What else? Multiplication, yes. And the square, the exponent, right? So which one are we gonna do first? It says brackets. So inside the brackets in here, it's just 7. So there's nothing to work out inside the brackets, right? So that's okay. And then what else? Squared. So 7 squared means 7 times 7. which is 7 times 7 would be 49, right? So it's going to be 2 times 49. And then 2 times 49 is 98. That's your answer. Okay. Okay. Are you okay to do number 4 to 6? I'll write down the answers and then we can. You're done then? All right. Question number 12, it's a fraction. similar to question 11, the very first thing is you work out the top, which is the numerator. You work out the bottom, which is called the denominator. And then once you have those numbers worked out, then you can go whatever the top number is divided by the bottom number, which is 2. Okay? Which is 2. That's good? How do you feel about that? You enjoy it, right? Yeah, absolutely. This is a really a fantastic start of the course because we're going to see a lot of these over and over and over again. Just getting us comfortable with your calculator. So make sure you purchase a calculator, a scientific calculator, so that you know exactly where things are. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Carla. 2 plus 5. I'm already writing down the final answer. There you go. Awesome. Thanks so much. I'm like so excited to get the final answer. And so like, what's going on? As far as I know, 2 plus 5 is still 7. Oh, yeah.
I got it wrong.
Okay, so what I will encourage you to do for this evening, we will, as you can see, we went through the orders of operation. We looked at how to use a calculator in doing that. Your challenge for this evening is for you to finish. For you to work on assignment already tonight, on Monday. Okay. Your assignment for this evening or for this afternoon, if you have a spare time in between classes, is for you to just do question number 1 on page 4. Okay? So your assignment is on page 4. Assignment number 1. Only 1. Okay? Only 1. Just 1. A to H. Okay? Before you go, are there any last questions? And also, if you came in a little bit late. You came in a little bit late and you didn't call your name for attendance. Make sure that I check you out for attendance. Okay, I don't want to miss you. Other than that, have a good morning and afternoon. Great rest of the day. I will see you tomorrow.
Kim's class